Good morning, everyone, and welcome. How is everyone today? I hope you're doing well, and I welcome you back to my streams because, ladies and gentlemen, today is a momentous day. Today is a special day. There's a lot going on today that I'd like to talk about here on today's PreStream podcast. So I wholeheartedly welcome you to the show. Hello. How you doing? Today is Wednesday, the 11th of May, 2022. And today marks the beginning of my 1-year anniversary spectacular celebration. We are marking 1 year since I left Twitch TV in its entirety, and I said, screw it, I'm coming back to YouTube full time. And it's been a wild ride for sure. There have been ups, there's been downs, there's been improvements, there's been terrible things, right? Just being honest here. But this week, we've got so much awesome special stuff going on. We've got new video game playthroughs. We've got a special marathon event. We've got the React event you guys have wanted to see for a very long time happening this Saturday. But we've also got stream improvements, okay? And what I'm really excited for is to implement these improvements for you guys and see how you guys like them and see how you react. All right. So right off the bat, you might have already noticed something a little different, right? You're like, wait a minute, something's a little, something that's not the same, right? So I know you guys have already noticed it. So we have new overlays for the stream starting today. Okay. I've been using the same stream overlays for like 4.5 years. When I started full-time streaming here back in 2017, I wasn't using any overlays at all. I was just throwing my webcam out there with nothing. And then I think it was, I want to say it was later that year, someone contacted me and said, hey, you know, we'd like to help you make your stream look more professional. Would you like some overlays? I said, absolutely. So they sent me, excuse me, 2 versions of an overlay. One that was red and one that was blue. And that is literally the webcam overlay and the leaderboard overlay that I've been using nonstop. The only variation on that was that they actually changed it to orange so that I could use it maybe like during Halloween month, okay? But outside of that, I've been using the exact same stuff the entire time that I've been streaming, like with no exception. It's always been the same exact graphics. Okay, so finally, years and years later, here we are. We're going to have some new stuff around here. And in fact, I'd like to show you immediately another improvement. Not only do we have this new overlay leaderboard at the bottom, right? It's nice blue, but I can now make that various different colors. I have red, orange, and green. And what I'm going to do is, depending on the game that I'm playing, I'm going to try to use a different overlay color to apply to that particular game. And I'll even change the text color as well around a little bit. So that way at least it looks like a little bit of variety on the streams. It's not always the exact same thing when you come to a Dark Side Phil stream. Okay? Now, something else, all right, that we're going to change. And I'm going to implement this today and we're going to see if it works. Because I'll be honest with you guys, I don't know if it's going to work. Okay? I'm just being completely honest with you. Okay? I want to change up this. Oops, hold on a second. This. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. And here I am. Only things are a little different. You notice the change? Anyone know what's different? Can anyone tell? Hi. Can you see me? Can you see my face? People have complained about this for years and years and years and years and years. All right? They said, Phil, why, when you do your gameplay, are you a tiny little 480p box that's blurry as shit? And I've always said to people, well, there's 2 reasons. The first reason is because it's smaller and it makes sense. It doesn't take up more real estate on the screen, as they like to say. Number 2, because doing 480p versus 1080p it's going to take up less of my CPU. So that's always been what I've countered with, is that it's going to take up less of my CPU. So why should I do a 1080p webcam when I'm doing gameplay? Okay. Well, I've decided to implement this change today and see what happens. We're going to start with this. Now, here's the thing. Initially, already people are like, oh, it's wide. Yeah, it's called widescreen. It's 1080p. It's the only way you can get good high-definition video. So, if you want a better webcam, there's a trade-off. The webcam has to be bigger. You see? So, what we need to do is see how this works. Today, I'm going to try to use this 1080p webcam when I play WWE 2K22, and we're going to see how it works. We're going to see, does it actually take up a ton more of my processing power? Because the reason that I've essentially held off from doing this up to now, all right, is because I was nervous it was going to like max out my CPU. But you won't know till you try it, okay? Now, people are already complaining. Why can't you trim it? I don't even know what you trim it. No, I don't know how to trim it. I don't. And what you're saying probably doesn't work. I'm using a very old version of OBS. I'm not using modern OBS with all of its tweaks and bells and whistles. I'm using an old version of OBS, all right? So we're going with this today, and we're going to see how it works. If it works, great. If people don't like it, we can go back to 480p, all right? I'm okay with going back to 480p, okay? But we'll see how it goes. People have wanted me to do a better webcam for a very long time. So now I'm implementing the change you've asked for years and years and years. Okay? Okay? Okay. Now, as I said, take a look now. Doesn't the leaderboard bar pop now? It does, doesn't it? Now, of course, it's going to look better during different games and situations. But that can change color. And the same thing with this new webcam overlay. This can change color into 4 different colors. So depending on what game I'm playing, I'm going to change it. In fact, I was thinking about it, and I was like, tonight we're playing Halo Infinite multiplayer. Let's try green, right? To match the Spartan outfit. We'll try like a green overlay and see how that looks for Halo. And we'll do this for different various games. We'll switch it around and see how each one works. I think that'd be pretty neat. Okay? Now, eventually, the end game here is that I want to get a whole new setup. I want to get a new PC. I want to be able to get a new webcam / digital camera / camcorder, whatever it may be. I'm not going to be using the same webcam forever. And eventually, yes, once all new improvements get implemented, I'd like to do like a green screen or whatever. Can't do that now. So sitting here and complaining and asking for it, you're wasting your time. All you're doing is you're blowing hot air, and there's nothing I can do about it. I know what we all want. I've talked about it for years. We got to get to that point, all right? But it's called incremental improvement. Incremental improvement, all right? So I figured this was a good time to implement these changes because this week is my 1-year anniversary of being a content creator on YouTube. And I said, hey, time to refresh things, right? Time to do some fun stuff, okay? It should be fun. We'll see what happens. Okay, so that's one of the major things that's changed today. Now, one of the other things that went live today, but I have absolutely no idea how it will be implemented or if it works, is that supposedly today, memberships on channels on YouTube have entered the beta phase of gifting. So you remember you used to be able to gift subscriptions on Twitch? Well, now apparently you can do the same thing with memberships on YouTube, but I have absolutely, positively no idea how it works. And there was no way to know ahead of time because it wasn't live. I don't know if you can gift a membership on this channel right now or not.